Clubbers, welcome to the never-ending halls here at Disney's Boardwalk. We were lucky enough tonight to grab a Boardwalk View studio, and we wanted to show you guys what they got going on in here. We are in room 2015. This is a Boardwalk View. Second floor. Let's go check it out. As soon as you walk in, you can see some really cool artwork of the front of the resort. Mickey and Minnie just kind of strolling along right in front of the boardwalk. That's pretty cool. Nice thing to see right when you first walk in. If you swing around the door, there is a full-length mirror here. So that's kind of nice as you leave. Lots of space. Can give you an overview of what the room looks like when you walk in. To the right, you're gonna have your kitchenette. To the left, you'll have your bathroom. And then of course, straight on, you have all the living space. Let's check out the kitchenette first. They have the usual, the toaster, the microwave. I like that backsplash. I could probably use that in my own house. That looks pretty neat. I like that. The Keurig Duos for the pots and the single K-cups. And then they do have your little mini fridge down here. Under the sink is just your recycle and your trash. And then above here they do have the plastic plates and bowls. There are plastic utensils up here. And an extra roll of paper towels for you to take home. But this is kind of nice. This is, everything that you would need. Bring in some snacks back from the park, or if you wanted to heat up a quick piece of pizza from the boardwalk window. This is kind of nice. So we're gonna swing to the left then. We have our bathroom. This is the vanity. Lots of storage here. These drawers are pretty huge. You've got the Conair hair dryer. Under the sink, there's plenty of storage there. Extra toilet paper, tissues, extra towels they give you. But this is a pretty big counter space right here. And they do have the mirror, the makeup mirror. And then a little bit further to the left here is the toilet area. Standard bathtub and shower. And they have your toiletries, the pumps on the wall for your body wash, conditioner, and your shampoo. We're gonna keep going over here. There is a closet. It's right inside the bathroom area here. It's where we keep our luggage at. So you have a safe in here. You do have an iron and an ironing board. And then you do have the extra pillows and blankets, just like in all standard DVC units. Pretty deep closet. It goes back pretty far. Moving right along, we're gonna go into the living space. So these are approximately 350, maybe 360 square feet. You have a queen size bed. You have the full size pull down Murphy, and then you do have the single Murphy. So your studios at Boardwalk are actually gonna sleep 5, while your 1-bedrooms are only gonna sleep 4. But you do double your square footage if you get a 1-bedroom and you get the washer and dryer unit. But it's kind of one of those quirky things where a studio will actually sleep more people than the 1-bedrooms do. Checking out the bed. They did a little upgrade. When they did the refurb, I think it was about a year ago they did the refurb. And I gotta say, there's like a lot of mini Grand Floridian vibes going on here with the colors. You could see the artwork, very, I guess, I don't know why that reminds me of Grand Flow, but you do have a little table over here. Before the refurb, these never even existed. So it is nice to have a little area, it's a shelf, to put your charging devices or whatever you want. And they do have the updated charging ports with the plugs and the USBs. Nice little light there, and they do have the reader lights on the side of the bed. I like the headboard. I do like the color scheme. I like everything about what they did with that refurb. And then over here to the right is like the dresser. There's another mirror. And then there is a big 2-drawer dresser. These drawers are pretty big. They're pretty deep. And just like they did over at some of the other refurbed studios, I think Boulder Ridge, they put these little stools here in place of a table, and then you do have like your little coffee table over there would act as your table. But there's 2 little stools here that come out. This is nothing but counter space up here. Standard TV. And then they do have more ports, plugs. This is the single Murphy that pulls down. Let me show you guys what this is. Nice little boardwalk feel with that artwork, with a picture of the pool, Mickey and Minnie hanging out at the pool. I like that one. We'll close this back up. Swing back around. This is the little bedside table on the other side of the bed. Got your Hey Disney, your phone. Nice sized drawer with your Bible. Hey Disney is over here. I never used that thing. But there are a lot of plugs on both sides of the bed. And another cool little light up here with a little mirror behind it. And then over here you have your couch. And again, I love the colors. Everything about those colors is really nice. Very calming. The pillows are really cool with the Mickeys on them. And then the artwork is super cool. Again, hanging out at the pool. I love that. But I'm gonna pull this down and let me see if I can. Well, it's actually pretty easy. You got Goofy snoozing away, and you can see, just like the view out of our balcony, you can kind of see the yacht and the beach club. Very cool. I like what they did there. And that actually, there's a light switch over there, so this will light up. But wow, this is pretty nice. I'll close this back up. And then this is the little table right here. I'm not sure if this opens up. It does. It's kind of like a little tray table. There we go. That's nice. You can have a meal on there. You could even store something down there if you wanted to. Very nice. Over here, beside the big TV and entertainment center, is just the door. This is a lock off, so that would be a 1-bedroom over there. But there's a whole bunch of space over here. And then the blackout curtains. Again, I don't know why, but I'm getting a Grand Floridian vibe more than a Boardwalk vibe, but I do love these curtains. Look at Donald. Very cool. And then let's go outside. The best part. Nothing like a boardwalk view. Beautiful Crescent Lake. We're right above where the old Big River Grill used to be. Tonight we're actually here for the last night of jelly rolls. So here real soon we'll be lining up and jelly rolls will be no more on the boardwalk. Kind of sad to see them go. But we're on the 2nd floor. Again, you can't really beat this view. yacht club and beach club over there, and Crescent Lake looked beautiful. Not too many people on the boardwalk today. The chairs out here are the same chairs I believe they had before. But there's 2 little chairs out here and a little table. Plenty of space out here on the balcony. Can't wait to come out here later tonight when the boardwalk comes alive. All the entertainment, the lights, the sounds. Looking forward to it. That's pretty much it, guys. This is a deluxe studio boardwalk view. Room 2015, 350, 360 square feet. Love the refurb, love the colors, love everything about it. Thank you guys for joining us again. We'll DVC you real soon.